The truth is that everything begins to make sense at equal times. As we get closer to our journey of expectations and what we have in package for those who do not believe the necessities of the gospel we preach, even though by merely looking you would understand that the system is built on the ridiculing Biafrans and making us look like the enemies here. Whereas we are not. We are not even the enemies. The true enemies are those ones who have vowed in their little knowledge that whether we like it or not, they would continue in that very path where everybody would reach for a small refreshment. This has gotten so much people talking. Maka na onye ajụrụ ajụjụ ka ajụvụrụ si ya gịnị ife ị na-achọ ị ga-achọtakwa ife ị na-achọ ị ga-achọtakwa is a clear message that the undying theory must be defined if truly we are serious in chasing this big picture. Maka gịnị ka ọ ga-ewe ọnwa atụ egwu aghọta na ife ọzọ dọrọ bụ olileanya nke mara mma. That's just the truth. So young people are now believing that in no distance time everybody will see this very message that we want them to see. The Biafrans all over the world are not a terrorist organization. It's an organization that seeks peace instead of war. In as much as we have tried to convince the zoo to do the right thing, but they have vowed that instead of them to do the right thing, if we did go again, it saddens us so much that the ridiculousness is eating down deep. Eating so deep that when you're not covered, I'm on hotter. Nana Zoyando. And when you're not, and when you're enough, and when there be Jamie God. That the question has been made in public that those who seek us must understand that we're not in to play games, because game has not been part of Biafran history. Hey, it's you now, see you now. It's you now, see you now. Kadoyene Sinoko, who is putting them on fire. Gradually, everyone is getting to understand that the game that was played by those who played it, it's easy financial. Well, I tell you, we could get in answer one day. And you go better. Biafra is winning. The zoo cannot believe what their eyes have seen so far and what their ears are already hearing. But one tactical means is the game that is being spread across the globe is a way forward. If we imitate so many things that these people have done to us, alonda akpugolo, onwe ka ya ma hụtacha ebe fatile aka. Gịnị ka m na-ekwu? N'ịma nkụja by letting the straw out of where it's supposed to be. Because those beings have managed to get themselves a good result, thereby struggling to accept what is right, may end up being the wrong part of it. So either way, you choose what is right. What am I saying in essence? As we write for freedom and express ourselves on beyond, I want to tell you that the struggle is making sense on a daily basis. One another, or one for another, must get to decide what it truly means to be a true Biafran. And unless each and every one of them understand the systematic knowledge, that is the only time and the only section that would be allowed. For so long, most things have gone wrong. But one thing that is very important to us is the game that is being played overnight, for night hours and not an hour, to reluctantly smitch on those who understand. Now for years I must say this very, very clear, that I'm not a man of many words, and I'm not a woman in question. Nnamdi Kanu said. But what agreement we have entered with the US will truly bring the lights at the end of the tunnel. This is what we have sought for so long, but being disregarded is something that we can no longer tolerate. Because whoever asks you to play a game must be ready to play the game. Word for word, I would say, what goes around actually comes around. It is undeniable that most perpetual haters have something in common. And what do they have in common? Is to see that anything about Biafra goes down before their own eyes. And one must understand the aggression being passed on the people of Biafra.